Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Team Elevate. Welcome back to Career Growth with Karen today. My name is Karen Gaira. I am a career strategist and coach, and this is the channel where we get to have empowering conversations that make sure or ensure that you and I, can have progressive and fulfilling and satisfying careers. So if that's what you're looking for, then you're in the right place. Please subscribe to this channel, like the content, comment on the content, and let's have an engagement down below in this video. Today, we are talking about job security. What is job security? How can you have job security? Everyone is looking for job security. So how can we guarantee ourselves job security? That is today's topic. So let's get started. This is Career Growth with Karen. Okay, so today we are talking about job security, guys. And I know all of us, definitely, we want job security with our work. Nobody wants to, be hired today and be fired tomorrow. Everyone wants to be sure that they are going to be here, wherever it is that they are, or wherever it is that you are, for the long haul. And that is exactly what job security is. Now, here in Kenya, it has been known for ages that government jobs have job security, which I don't know, because I just see on my television every day on the news, people have been fired left, right, and center. And I really don't know whether those jobs are guaranteeing job security. There are some sectors that stereotypically they will offer you job security, others will not. So I want us to delve into this topic of job security and ask ourselves, why do we need it? Why is it important? And how can you ensure that you have job security in your job? What are the things to look out for? Or how do you want to make sure that you're covered in terms of job security? Of course, we know that at times there are things that may happen that may just throw away the entire aspect of job security. Of course, we all recently experienced COVID, and we saw that, in as much as our organizations would have loved to keep us there, it was just not possible. So, I mean, catastrophes can happen and anything can happen in the job. But as much as possible, how can we ensure that we guarantee ourselves some job security, at least in normal times like we are in now? So, of course, I have said it has stereotypically been known that government jobs have more job security than maybe corporate jobs. There are sectors where if you go to, you'll be told their tuitions are very high. You can be fired every day. You can be given maybe short-term contracts, and nobody wants that. So how do you ensure for yourself that you have job security? Now, again, just like the work-life balance video that I did, where I have a contrary opinion. Likewise, in this video, I'm going to share my personal perspective or my personal opinion about job security. Is job security something that you are given, or is it something that you give yourself? Most of us, when we are considering employment, we are like, I want to get that job with job security. So what is that with job security? What do you want to see in that maybe letter of employment or in that advertisement that will tell you this is a job with job security? So my personal opinion, which may or may not be controversial, but I mean, it is for you to take it, understand it, and use the information as you would please. So my personal opinion is that job security is something that you give yourself. You give yourself job security. How do you give yourself job security? You model yourself, or you create yourself into that kind of a staff that is indispensable. And I know if you've been watching my videos from the start, I have shared a lot of tips and a lot of information about just working on you. This is the channel where we work on us. You're not looking at the employer, you're looking at yourself and asking yourself, how can I make myself indispensable? Now, in my own view, you can make yourself so indispensable in a job with your employer, so much such that it is actually difficult or almost impossible for you to get fired. And that is how you guarantee yourself the job security. So how can you make yourself indispensable? How is this? What are the things that you can do? I will share just a few. Of course, there are many things, but I will just share maybe 5 or 6 tips which you can use to make yourself indispensable. So the first one, increase your productivity. Guys, just be productive. Be somebody who delivers output. Be somebody who has something to show for their work. If you're productive, I mean, we all like a productive person. We all want to have a productive person. And a productive person means that they're achieving outcomes for the organization. If it is a corporate organization where you're doing, it's a B2C kind of job, we are seeing sales. If it is B2B, we are seeing revenue. If it is an NGO, we are seeing impact. So in whichever scope and space that you are in, if you're productive, it means that we are seeing outcomes. And if we are seeing outcomes, it means you're most likely the last person that we will ever want to let go. Even during a tough time, like perhaps in a crisis like COVID, somebody who is very productive will be the last person that you will want to let go. The second thing, be dependable and be reliable. And this means that somebody can take your word for it. You know, you are the kind of person who meets deadlines. You're the kind of person who shows up. You're the kind of person who's there for the client. Even sometimes when they're calling in odd hours, they need your help. You're somebody who is always reachable and is always available to be depended upon, whether it's a project, you know, whatever it is, you're dependable and you're reliable. We know that there are people in the workplace who, when you give them a task to do, you need to keep on following up and checking, because I mean, we know those people. So if you're dependable and reliable, again, everybody wants to work with a dependable person. That is your job security. The third thing, show attention to your job. And what do I mean? Avoid distractions. In the workplace, we can always tell. We can always tell a distracted person. You can always tell somebody who, it's sort of like their mind is not in the job. It's like something is happening to their mind, you know. It's like they're not focused, they're not concentrating. And you can always tell, it's sort of like, most of the time, it's maybe they're trying to balance too many things. Maybe there's so much that is going on in their life. And at times it can just be a season. Maybe you're just in a season where there's so much happening around you. And so you don't have attention maybe to your work. But I'm talking about somebody who, for a long time, you can tell they're distracted. And seated at a HR perspective, from a HR perspective, when somebody is distracted, normally we start to ask, are they considering another job? Is it that they have maybe their side hustle that they're paying attention to? Because I mean, it's like your mind is not here. They will forget things, they will forget meetings, they will forget deadlines, they will, you know, miss out on critical things, they will not show the right level of attention to the work that needs to be done, you know. So if somebody is distracted, it's almost you're second guessing them and you don't know where their loyalty lies. And therefore, such a person, you, at the earliest opportunity, you would let go. But somebody who is showing full attention to their job, and you can tell that this person sort of, you know, they are displaying or showing that loyalty to their work, that is the last person you want to fire. The fourth thing, engage and be a contributor. And what do I mean? In the organization, be a contributor. It's not just about your job description. It's about what else is happening. There's Christmas party. Engage, offer your time, contribute. There is maybe we are going hiking. You know, engage and contribute. Offer to carry the snacks, you know, like be part of the team. Don't be, you know, you're always just, it's like you're the guest in the party every day. You know, you're the guest in the party every day. And this is your organization. You want to own it. I know people don't like it when we say your organization is your family. That statement, we will deal with it another day. But I mean, you're here now. You're here now. You may be leaving tomorrow, but you're in this job now. So engage fully and contribute fully. You know, in meetings, don't be the person who always has nothing on their end. You know, I have nothing on my end, nothing on my end. You know, contribute to the ideas, contribute to the decisions that are being made, contribute to the activities that are taking place. If people are just doing any social kind of thing, you know, we have decided we are going for CSR in a children's home, or we are going to visit somebody who has been bereaved. If your organization does such things, I know those things may seem useless, but somebody who takes part and engages in those things, you know, it's sort of like they are part of us and they value this organization, and they're the last person that you want to let go. The fifth thing, have a network. And what do I mean by a network? You need to be like a freshwater lake. You give and receive, give and receive. So by giving, mentor others, coach others, support others to achieve their objectives. It could be more junior, some junior staff, people who are more junior than you in your work. It could be just generally other staff. Even more senior staff, you can always mentor people in different areas. Mentor people, support them, you know, support them to achieve what they need to achieve. And even yourself, also be mentored, get yourself in a mentorship network where you're also being mentored. And I don't mean that you have a serious mentorship relationship where we meet every month on the second Tuesday. No, you can just, have a meeting, go for coffee with somebody, tell them I want to learn 1, 2, 3 things about this particular aspect of work or this particular aspect of life. I see that you balance very well. You have maybe your business, you have work, you have this, you have family. I'd like to learn from you. So you're being mentored. What that does is that you're creating a network of sponsors. Sponsors are people who can speak for you. That day when somebody is suggesting that we let you go, there needs to be someone who will raise their hand and say, no, Karen cannot go because ABCD, because she supports people. And that can only happen if you have had an impact in people's lives. So get sponsors by creating a network of mentors and mentees. Yourself get mentored, support other people. Let it not just be about yourself. Also support other people. And that way you have advocates, you have sponsors, you have people who they will not stand when you're being let go. They will be the ones to say, we are even ready to take a pay cut if it means accommodating a few of us in the organization. I know one company that did that during COVID. They were like, we can't let these people go. We are going to all take a pay cut so that with the budget that's available, we can accommodate all of us. So on that day when there is a decision that is being considered for you to be let go, there needs to be somebody. And remember, there's a past episode where I said, you're not always in every room where decisions are being made, but make sure that in each of those rooms, you have a representative. There's someone there who can speak for you, because there can be a management meeting or even a board meeting somewhere where we are considering to fire people. You're not in that meeting, but there needs to be somebody in there, a sponsor, somebody who you have either mentored, you have supported, you have coached, somebody who can speak for you and say, no, let's not fire this lady, or let's not fire this guy. So, in summary, what I can say is that your competence, your performance, and your networks in a job, that is your job security. It doesn't matter what sector you are in, whether it's government, whether it's corporate, whether it's NGO, whether it's healthcare sector, whichever sector you are in. If you are competent, you are a performer, meaning you're productive, we can see your outcomes, you're concentrating on the job, and you have cultivated the necessary internal networks. Trust you me, that is your job security. You are the last person we will want to see walking out of that door. So I hope I have helped. That is my perspective, guys. And remember, I said it's my opinion. So share down below in the comment whether you agree or not. And remember, these things, they do not work by themselves. Remember, you have to do this, but remember, you have to have your performance in check, and you also have to have your discipline in the organization in check. Once you have those, then you do these other things, and they will guarantee you your job security. So those are just my thoughts. Let me know down below. Have you ever done any of these things? Has your job security worked? What also has worked for you in terms of job security? And if you're in a specific sector and you have something sector specific to share, you just know if you're working in the healthcare space, this is what you need to do for you to guarantee your job security. Please share down below, and let's learn from each other. As usual, subscribe to the channel, like this content, comment on it, share with your friends, and let's engage further and further. Thank you. That has been it for today's session, and let me see you in the next one. Bye bye.